Hey guys, and welcome to the next tutorial. Today what we're going to be looking at creating is some kind of shattered glass text effect, and it's really not that hard to do, so we're going to get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to create a new Photoshop document at full HD resolution, so that's 1920 by 1080 pixels. You want to get the background and change the background to a dark color, and you want to write some text on your page. Now the font that I'm using is called Batman Forever, and it's a really nice and thick font. If you want to muck around with some of the character settings, for example, if you want to bring your text closer, make sure you go to the window character panel, and then this will pop up. And so you can have a play around with the spacing in between the characters. So once you're happy with your text and your font size, make sure that it's pretty big and it fits the majority of your page. Then what we need to do is we need to rasterize the type. Okay, so now we have our text which is rasterized. That means that now you cannot edit the text anymore using the T tool. Now once we have our text, what you need to do is you need to go to the polygonal lasso tool, and you need to now create shapes for the different shards and the effects of that shattered text. Once you have done that, you then need to click on the move tool, and you can just move that up and around. Now you can use the arrow tools on your keyboard if you want, if you want to be more precise. So the shortcut for the move tool is V, so you can quickly jump backwards and forwards between the polygonal lasso tool, which is L, and the move tool, which is V. Now, once you've completed all of that and you have your little cutouts, what you then need to do is you need to pull all of these on a new layer. So you can click on the magic wand icon, and while holding shift, click on all of the shards on your Photoshop document. Now once you have them all, press Ctrl J to create a new layer, and just going to call that shards. So you can see that they're my shards and they're all on a new layer. Now what we need to do is we need to apply some layer styles to these shards. So make sure that you're on the shards layer. You want to open up the layer styles. You want to click on the outer glow, and we're going to have a play around with some of these settings. We could put the spread to 10 and the size to 40. Now also, if you want to add some drop shadow is pretty cool if we add some, and you can change the size or you could change the spread, but you don't want to go too much. So I'll keep the spread at about 10, and the size I'm just going to put at 70. Okay, once we've applied our layer styles to the shards, what we then need to do is we need to drag our texture over the text. So here we have two files that we will need to complete this project. You would firstly need your texture, and this is like a metal kind of scratchy texture that will give the text some kind of dark, metallic kind of effect. So you need to make sure that the texture fits over the text, and you need to change the blending mode to multiply. Now when you've put it to multiply, if you need to move the texture around, make sure you click the move tool and you can move it to wherever you want. But as you can see, you don't want any white bits, you know, to appear. So just find a nice spot where the texture fits nicely, and that does pretty good. And then you can move on to the next phase. So once you have your texture over your text, the last thing that we have to do is we have to get our shattered glass. So we're just going to drag that in, and we're just going to make it fit nicely. And once it fits, you then need to change the blending mode to screen, and you also need to put it underneath your texture. And that's basically it. Then you can add things like hue and saturation if you wanted different colors, and if you want to create a different kind of effect. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.